grab. Oh, spinny. Hello everyone, Coach Lockey here. Today's video, how to create backspin with your wedges. Get that zippy little checky spinner that you see on the TV all the time. First up, let's talk basics. You need a premium golf ball and you need a golf club with pretty fresh grooves and clean grooves. The basics. Now the boring bit, the science. Let me just quickly clean my grooves back up. How do you create spin? Well, first of all, something called spin loft, which is the difference between the angle of attack, so how this club is coming down, either what would you call level, you can hit up like you would with driver, you would hit down with irons and wedges, and then where this loft is pointing, and the difference between angle of attack and where this loft is pointing, so there'll be kind of like a V shape here, that gap, the bigger it is, the more spin you will get. But there is a point where if you have too much spin loft, that ball will slip up that face, you'll catch it high on the face as well, and you'll get the popper. You've probably all had them where you think you've hit a nice shot, it's popped high on the face and only gone halfway. So you need to find that sweet spot for that maximum spin. And how do we do that? First up, I like to do this with quite a few balls like I've got here and slowly start to open my face more and more and more until I see that one that pops up way too high, doesn't really grab, and then you know that you've gone too far. So imagine that this is a clock face. My club is 12 and 6. Let's go like 12:30, so in between 12 and 1 with the face, I'm twisting it open. Then go to 1, then 1.5, and then 2 o'clock. See where your breaking point is. And I'm trying not to change my setup, my swing, or anything when I'm doing this. I'm just trying to see what this will do to my spin and see where my breaking point is. So if I go to sort of 1 o'clock to start with, I'm setting up the same as what I normally would. Nice strike. That's coming in, that's grabbing a little bit, it's good. Let's go a bit further. Let's go to sort of 2 o'clock, which is basically laying that face quite open, and I would say that this will probably pop up and then probably be more that descent angle rather than that spin grabbing it and making that ball check up. Tiny bit heavy that one, but definitely popping up. And rather than checking and stopping, that descent angle is a lot steeper and that ball is now stopping. So there's number one on how to increase that spin rate and get that checky spinner that you're after. Go test yourself, give yourself some decent lies. I'm on a pretty nice fairway here at West Cliffs in Portugal. The sun's out, the greens are lovely as well, and you can definitely get those rippy chips. Second way to increase that spin is moving your path a little out to in. So moving my path a little out to in makes my angle of attack a little bit steeper. Having that angle of attack a little bit steeper will also increase that spin loft if you think more 3D rather than 2D. So this is another way that can increase that spin. And if I had my launch monitor here and stuff, I've done this and tested this, I can get like 8 across and really increase that spin rate. So start off with a pretty straight club face and then work on changing that angle of attack and that path to be more a little out to in. You can hear that strike, that's checking up nice. Changing that path to being more out to in, increasing that angle of attack slightly will also help not get any debris in between club face and ball, increasing that friction and increasing that spin. And again, don't be scared on the practice ground to feel extreme. How extreme can you cut across it? Oh, that's a ridiculous one. Oh yeah, nice bit of grab on that too. And you can see that my interaction with the ground is completely different. Whereas these were me just trying to open the face slightly, this is me trying to swing a bit more out to in and increasing my angle of attack a bit more. So this will definitely change as you mix things up. And the final thing, which will help you try and increase that spin to get that checky pitch chip shot, is the overtaking rate of your club head. Each of these skills are getting harder and harder. So opening the club face, I would say, is the easiest way to do it. Changing your path and adding those two together is the second, and then this is definitely the third. So how quick you can get this club releasing through will really start to increase that spin rate, because the more speed you can put into it, the more spin will go up as well. And how you're releasing that club in a speedy way, you'll be able to tell by your finishing position. Your hands will be really close to your body rather than wider and more out in front of you. So can you get that club head speeding past, finishing in front of you, having your butt end of your club nice and close to your body, really increasing that speed that you hit through the ball. So I'll go for a normal sort of setup with this one, not really changing my path either, and I'm going to really try and overtake this club. That's a nippy one. Oh, a little grab on the second bounce there, which was nice. This is definitely the hardest out of the three options though. Three options to increase spin, to get that sexy checky spinner that you see on TV. Give each technique a try. Third one, definitely the hardest out of the three. I would personally go twisting your club face open first, see where your breaking point is until you get that slide up the face and the popper. Experiment with moving your path out to in. You can do it in to out as well, but you need to catch that ball lower on the face to get that spin rate going up. So I would suggest going and cutting across the ball out to in more. Give that a try. Let's get some zippy, sexy chip shots getting in there. Again, I wouldn't say this is the percentage play, but you guys down that lens love searching this term. Go and experiment, see what's better. It might be handy in certain situations where it's the only shot that you can play to try and get that ball close, but I would say that it's definitely not the percentage play. Good to have in your bag though.